welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a sketchbook tour of my anatomy sketchbook. So I've had this anatomy sketchbook since the 14th of August of 2021 and I finished it on the 10th of November. Like, let's ignore this, okay? If you've seen the review that I made a while back, you will see like why this is here, okay? You will understand it. It's not the focus of this video, so let's just go into the actual tour of this sketchbook. So this is when I first started. These were the actual two first drawings in this sketchbook. They're really messy. They were in person and I wanted this to be a sketchbook that I would take with me places and like draw from life. It didn't end up being that, but you know, I would just get too nervous and I would end up doing this really not happy with it. So I ended up doing studies at home and end up recording a lot of those studies for our channel. Here's some more men studies. I'm really terrible at drawing men, and this sketchbook definitely helped me, you know, gain a little bit more comfort in drawing men, but I didn't draw them nearly enough, to be honest. This is one of my favorite pages / spreads, and the other favorites are genuinely the ones where I did the exact same thing but with a different subject. I just really like seeing spreads like this, and I had a lot of fun studying and practicing eyes. This is a technique I learned from Matthew Sorgi. He explained this technique. I think it was in one of his YouTube videos or maybe a TikTok or something. Maybe a TikTok. It's really helpful. You just do this hourglass shape and then you draw the two eyes, the nose. It's really nice for proportions and stuff. Some women studies. I bet you there's like videos of almost every single page of this sketchbook. This was in real life. The curly dude is my brother, and then these were people that were sitting around us. I think this was probably my mother. Like, I was just studying people in a restaurant. It's one of the few times I actually had the guts to like draw outside in front of like family and stuff, so yeah. These are still very, very messy and scratchy, and I was really trying to reinforce the outer line so you could like tell they're all different people. I kind of stopped doing that because I don't really like that look. This is another one of my favorite spreads. I had a lot of fun doing this. I honestly have no idea how I created this. I don't know if I can reproduce it because I was very heavy-handed at the time. I'm not as heavy-handed anymore. But definitely like one of my favorite spreads. And this is like one of the reasons why I was doing all of these studies, was to like get better, to understand shadow and form a bit better on the human body, to understand the human body itself a bit better, especially the male anatomy. Not the greatest for me. I do want to say a little PS right here. I don't draw the junk. I really don't. It's, to me, I envision them as having like underwear on. I have no interest in doing that, so yeah, I just don't draw the junk, either female or male. This was actually in the airplane, and this was in the train, yeah. This was the type of thing I was wanting with the sketchbook, and I ended up creating a lot less of these, more like photo studies, which are this type of study, but this was like real life sketching session that I wanted to, because the fluidity and the movement and just of these sketches versus these really rigid ones, it's a really big difference. So if you were to do this, I would honestly advise you to like study from life as much as you can, because that is honestly the ideal thing to do. This is the lip spread, and I really, really like this one. There's some lips here that I just adore. This one, oh my god, it looks so good. Like, I love this one. I really like this one. This one here, hello. I really like this one as well. I'm not the greatest at lips, so the fact that I actually created something like this, fucking impressive, let me tell you. I was so happy with this page. But yeah, like, I try to learn a lot of things. I definitely like the muscles, not something I have down. Definitely not something I have down. I still have so much to learn when it comes to the male anatomy. It's so hard for me, like, female anatomy comes so naturally, and then the male one is just hard. This is just, you know, when you draw and you're in those days where you shouldn't be drawing, those are those days. Another one of my favorite pages. I love this. It's just a collection of little feet, and it's so cute. I love it so much. I really like this page. And this was like anime poses. Obviously no natural person does this pose, but yeah. with the advancement of like this sketchbook, I realized I only draw skinny people, and there's a reason for that, right? Like with skinny people, you can actually see the body structure a lot easier than with thicker people. I came to the realization that even though that is true, like for the female anatomy, I kind of already have a gist of it, and thicker bodies are so much fun to draw. I enjoy them so much more. It's actually insane. So I just started drawing thicker bodies, and it was something I never really noticed I was doing. I was always doing these like thinner bodies because I just wanted to understand the muscular like shape, the muscles, and you know, the body shape and everything. It's a lot easier to see it in skinnier bodies. You can see where the bones come out and everything. But thicker bodies are just so much fun to draw. I love it. I also have a video where I drew these, and I was just having so much fun. There's little dips and there's so many curves. I love it. I genuinely enjoy it a lot more. And this was me at the beach trying to draw in front of people. Not something successful. Honestly, wouldn't have drawn this pose ever unless I was at the beach. So I guess it's something, right? This was from a tutorial I did of how I draw eyes, noses, and mouths. So there's that. And another one. I think this is also from a video. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, like these are just the types of studies that I would make. As you can definitely tell, I became a lot less heavy-handed with like my studies. But I really like the sketchbook, and by the end I wasn't giving too many fucks about it. I was just done. I was trying to fill in the pages. As you can see, they're pretty blank. But I was just done with this sketchbook. I really like the fluidity of these sketches, even though I don't love them too much. But I do like the fluidity of them. And I do think that it's a lot better for us to do these like more like more fluid body poses and studies than to actually focus on like defining every single space. Like it'll teach you a lot. So yeah, like this is just the end. I was just tired by this point. I was sick and tired of the sketchbook. I wanted to move past it. I wanted to move along, and yeah, it's been a wild ride, to be honest. It's been a long time coming, the finishing of the sketchbook, and I appreciate it a lot. I had a lot of fun with it, but I'm so glad it's done. I've been a bit tired of having the same sketchbook. This is a dude undressing. I don't know if you can tell that, but it was like very interesting to draw. But yeah, and this is what I did on the last drawing session for the sketchbook. And yeah, I hate the fact that I did this, but whatever. It is what it is. And that is a tour. I know my thoughts are a bit all over the place with this, so I want to like kind of explain. Like I loved having this sketchbook, and it was really, really good for me to have it and to be able to experiment and become a bit better with anatomy. I do feel like I grew a lot throughout the sketchbook, but I also feel like this is not the type of studies I want to be making. I want to be making more fluid, gestural drawings, and I want to focus more on the male anatomy. And I don't want to do it in pen all the time. Pen was the only thing that kind of worked in the sketchbook. I discussed it in my review, but it was the only option for this sketchbook, to be honest. So I'm definitely like eager to start a new one, or I would do everything just in pencil. And that's definitely the plan for now, is to do that in a new sketchbook. So anyways, without rambling too much, I just wanted to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed seeing my little sketchbook, and you will see me put it back in the shelf. This is like my favorite part when I read or do like finish a sketchbook. It's my favorite part. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up if you did. Consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!